Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rapture report. Another one bites the dust, another promising title swallowed by the void. For Xbox, the hits just keep coming, and the latest blow raises even more questions about their first-party strategy. Breaking news has just confirmed what many in the industry quietly feared. Microsoft has officially halted development on Contraband, the highly anticipated co-op open-world game from Just Cause developer Avalanche Studios. Contraband was first revealed at E3 2021. Announced with a pre-rendered trailer, Contraband was pitched as a co-op smuggler's paradise set in the fictional world of 1970s Bayan. Brought to you by Avalanche Studios and Xbox Game Studios. The game was said to be an Xbox console exclusive with a release planned for PC. Contraband did not have a release date, and little has been heard about it over the past 4 years. While there were no public reports of Contraband being in major trouble, its quiet disappearance from Xbox's updated release schedules and lack of updates had fueled speculation. Now, sources close to the project have confirmed its ultimate demise. In a statement on Avalanche's website, the studio said, "Over the past several years, Avalanche Studios Group and Xbox Game Studios Publishing have collaborated on Contraband. Active development has now stopped while we evaluate the project's future. We're thankful for the excitement we've seen from the community since we announced it, and we'll give an update on what's next as soon as we can." Bloomberg was first to report the news of Contraband's development. The premise of Contraband was simple but exciting. Players would team up to navigate treacherous landscapes, pull off daring heists, and of course, smuggle all sorts of illicit goods. With Avalanche Studios at the helm, known for their expansive sandboxes and chaotic physics in the Just Cause series, the potential for creative mayhem and emergent gameplay was immense. This was meant to be one of Xbox's big new IP bets, a fresh experience to bolster their Game Pass library. But from that initial reveal, silence largely followed. No gameplay, no further trailers, just an occasional inclusion on a future release list, before quietly vanishing. The cancellation of Contraband isn't an isolated incident. It is the latest and perhaps most disturbing data point in what appears to be a troubling pattern for Xbox's first-party content pipeline. Let's talk about Perfect Dark. Revealed in 2020, this highly anticipated reboot from the initiative had been plagued by reports of internal strife, reboots, and a shifting lead developer, with Crystal Dynamics brought in to help. It had been 5 years since its reveal, and we now know that it as well has been cancelled. Then there was Rare's Everwild. Announced even earlier in 2019, this stunningly beautiful but enigmatic game was by all accounts struggling with its core concept. Reports indicated it lacked a clear vision, leading to a complete creative overhaul in 2022. Again, years of silence, and questions remained about its future, if it even had one. It is important to note that these aren't just small indie titles. These are major, high-budget, high-profile first-party games announced with pomp and circumstance that had seemingly run into fundamental development issues. And let's not forget the shocking closure of studios like Tango Gameworks and Arcane Austin earlier this year, adding another layer of confusion to Xbox's internal strategy. It paints a bleak picture, significant resource allocation, high expectations, and then either radio silence, development hell, or outright cancellation. What is going on behind the scenes? So, what does this string of cancellations and troubled productions mean for Xbox moving forward? Firstly, it is a massive financial hit. Millions, potentially hundreds of millions of dollars have been sunk into these projects with nothing to show for it. That is a huge waste of resources that could have been invested elsewhere or in more viable projects. Secondly, it weakens their first-party lineup. Xbox's strategy has been heavily reliant on Game Pass, and Game Pass needs a steady influx of high-quality, new first-party titles. When big new IPs like Contraband vanish, it leaves significant gaps. They're increasingly relying on their acquired studios to deliver, which brings its own set of challenges. Thirdly, and perhaps most critically, it erodes trust and enthusiasm from the player base. Gamers are tired of announcements followed by silence, only for projects to either be stuck in perpetual limbo or outright cancelled. It fuels the Xbox has no games narrative, even when they do have some gems. It makes it harder to get excited about future reveals, fearing that they too might disappear. It raises serious questions about project management, oversight, and creative direction within Xbox Game Studios. Are they too hands-off? Are they too ambitious with new IPs? Are they simply struggling with the complexities of modern AAA development? Or is there a deeper, systematic issue at play? For Xbox, the future now hinges even more heavily on the titles that are currently in stable development. Games like Playground Games' Fable, In Exile Entertainment's Clockwork Revolution, and Obsidian Entertainment's The Outer Worlds 2, which are no longer just important, they are absolutely critical to proving that Xbox can deliver on its most ambitious promises. Phil Spencer and the Xbox leadership team need to provide more clarity, more transparency, and frankly, more wins. The industry is watching, gamers are watching, and right now, the signal from these repeated cancellations is one of concern. The cancellation of Contraband is more than just one game. It is another chapter in a challenging story for Xbox, and is a stark reminder of just how difficult and how risky game development is at the highest level. Let's hope this signals a new focus for Xbox, one that prioritizes delivering quality games over ambitious announcements that never see the light of day. What are your thoughts on this latest cancellation? Are you still optimistic about Xbox's first-party future? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more gaming news and analysis. I'll see you next time on the Rapture Report.